American literacy level is very confusing. On one side, they have the most Nobel Prize winner, best university you can think of, and the percentage of population who own a higher education degree, they're like top 5 among the Western world. But in the same time, it seems like they dislike the intellect or smart people, and the stereotype for Americans is they kind of illiterate. And even some prestige university professor report that their student just can't read. And let's dive into this whole illiteracy crisis of America. And what is the core issue that causing this epidemic of illiteracy? What is the long-lasting effect for people who grow up in this system? And in the end, are you actually safe if you're not from the US? Because it feels like American just a star. It have a trend to spread to the rest of the world. My whole research into this American illiteracy problem all started with this book called Why We Do What We Do. Use one sentence to describe this author's opinion is this. Americans don't have a illiteracy problem. Americans have a motivation problem. Those average students who seems can't read, it's not they don't have the ability to do so, it's just they're not motivated to do so. But situation was not always like this. When a kid's only 4 or 5 years old, you must see one of them before, they actually have this intrinsic motivation to learn. They have curious about everything. They want to know for the sake of knowing. And they have this vitality and the curiosity, even for the kids who just enter school for 1 year, don't have. For us, people don't like learn is such normal phenomenon. But when the author, Edward, entered his study, he had this daunting feeling that the science of educator and the government people implied to kids in a plan to motivate kids, but it's killing their intrinsic motivations. And let me explain. The science, the government or education system is widely used even to workforce. It's called behavioralism. It's one of the branch of psychology. It sounds fancy, but in the simple term is they punish the bad behavior and reward the good. For example, people went to college, it's because it's a guarantee of money that's a reward for your good behavior. They will punish you by GPA system if you're doing a horrible thing. It punish you cannot go to a good school or cannot go to a good company to earn good money. And this behavioralism ruling system has been working. That's how we see the one side of America. Right? They have a highest percentage population who own a higher education degree. And it also create problems, which is people find themselves have a hard time to be self-motivated. To demonstrate these assumptions, the author back in university make a scientific experiment to show specific this phenomenon. They invite college students to test out this fun puzzle, right? They separate them into 2 groups. First group called behavioralism group, they reward each puzzle solved, they give them $1. For the second group, they say, hey, we have this fun puzzle, we just want to know the feedback, how fun the puzzle is. And both of the group have 25 minutes. But the real test of their behavior happened in the break between the 2 sessions. For the group that earn money by each problem you solved, during their break time, none of the students ever touch that puzzle. But in the second group, they just here for fun. They don't really have a external motivation for them. They actually, almost 40% of them choose to interact with the puzzle again. They done multiple variations of this experiment. They switched out the reward to punishment or to make you feel guilty for other people look down on you, put you in the toxic competition. As long as there is an external ruling and motivators, people won't play the puzzle on their own time. They lose the ability to be self-motivated or have fun experience playing this puzzle. And many of you probably have this experience, right? You really enjoy something like reading. You can read Harry Potter for on and on and on. You like to research every single detail about this book. Until you have this summer reading homework that requests you to read 30 minutes a day. You start shutting your book on the 30-minute mark. Despite you know you enjoy reading, but this external motivator are shutting down your intrinsic motivations. The saddest thing is lots of people even applying behavioralism on themselves. Use Professor Han's words. You become a slave and a slave owner in the same time. You start punish yourself when you don't behave properly. For example, today I don't have a productive day. I feel very guilty about it. I should have gone on a run. I will be ugly forever. And this is the long-lasting effect I'm talking about in the beginning. Because you grew up in this system, you only know how to motivate yourself with the external factors. And it end up make you not motivated to even exercise to begin with, to motivate you to make healthy life choices. In the end, I want to go to a slight bigger picture. So if we already know this system is not correct, why is this system still existing? Doesn't the government know? Doesn't the educator knows? The answer is everyone is aware of the issue, but the reason why we cannot abandon the behavioralism is because one word, the benefit of efficiency. Right now, for the education system we exist in, the main job is to filter out who deserve to go to Harvard, who deserve to go to Ivy League, who deserve to go to top 100 universities. And it's easier to just look at a report card of you than actually get to know you. Even for the company, they have this reward punish system because all they need is for you to get the job done. Are you get this job done with a smile on your face or crying on your face? They don't really care. It's most efficient to use behavioralism. And back to the illiteracy problem. When you think about Americans have an illiteracy problem, what we're really talking about is people hating the system, that they feel they are not in charge of their own life. If you don't go to college, you 100% will have a hard time. So you have to walk a path that you never chose before. You have this resistance to learn, despite you know. Sometimes you very curious about this topic, you will drain about 4 hours to research some this topic. You have the ability to enjoy learning, but the system make you against it. And in the end, I just want to say, you don't really need the efficiency. You don't need to use the least time to achieve whatever you want to achieve. You just need to experience life, to love yourself, and have a little bit more patience about your own experience. When you go for a run, don't go for a run because what make you look better. Go for a run because you want to enjoy why running is fun. You want to do it for its own sake. Or even like this video, you listen to it not because you think you are problematic in low motivation and I need a secret medicine to cure my laziness. I hope you really enjoy the process of this video that I peel the onion layer by layer to you and understand and enjoy the fun of learning for its own sake. And that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for tuning in. I will see you next time. My name is Paul. Bye.